Many people still think that the Earth is not a ball, but it's a disk with approximately the same diameter, or even flat plane, infinite flat plane. But that's not true. Earth is a big, nice ball. Cosmic travel is possible. Still, many of the cosmic missions are fake, especially manned missions. And if there are nobody inside the station, obviously they have to fake the planet as well. Because if there's nobody inside the station, if there's nothing inside, I mean that you have empty satellite that orbits around the Earth with the single purpose to fool the amateur astronomers. With nobody inside. But that's not because the shape of the planet, because many other reasons, like took the money for yourself instead to spend them for a real mission. But there are some flat earthers which like Mike Helmick, which found some ways which the missions are fake, but missions are fake. Still, Earth is not flat. And this video, this episode, on the space station, how NASA fakes. Could fake it. Just like the mic, he'll make a pause. And he found how they fake the missions. Simply, Earth is not flat. Mission is fake, but not the planet. That's two entirely different things which do not have connections to each other. To fake missions is one thing, to fake planet is quite another. But see what he thought.
Hey guys, Tim's on. Hey Tim, yeah, right here. The ESA and NASA can't seem to convincingly fake space. All the billions stolen from the American and European people cannot seem to produce anything that seems realistic. Are you just test piloting systems and have yet to find a way that is foolproof that would convince the American and European people that you're actually in space?
Everything we do up here, it's cutting edge technology. We're developing new systems, we're using new materials, we're coming up with new techniques. And in order to improve and to move forward, it's good to have that kind of test pilot mentality.
Tim, watching some of your clips, though, on the ISS, you seem to be pretty horrible at deceiving people. Are you doing anything to correct that situation?
Practice makes perfect. Give me another week.
After that fancy logo, continue the video. Where was the point?
Finally revealed to me one video, and I work with Blender and Unity, and I've been working with special effects software and Photoshop for quite a while now. And when I saw this video, I realized it became instantly clear how they do it. And it's just video game technology. Now, if you're part of the Geek Squad or the techie crowd, well, then you already know about this technology. And so let's get to the video that caught my attention, and you will see the same things that I saw. Let's watch.
We have to introduce the concept of freefall. So let's use this model of the Earth. And let's enlist the help of a friend, Patsy. You might know her.
So what is significant about this video is, number one, it was live to school children. Number two, we have this stuffed animal that is transitioning in on another video channel. And the actor is able to reach up and grab this doll in real 3D space. And in 2012, NASA used masking techniques, much like we do in Photoshop and After Effects. But now we're able to simulate water and objects live in real 3D space. So we're able to take models of things that are photorealistic and rotate and move them while we are going live. Before, we used to have to render these effects frame by frame by frame, and it took extremely long amounts of time. But here I'm standing in the kitchen and I'm just lifting up this trash can to make it kind of look like it's floating. And I didn't do a lot of work on this. It was just something I wanted to see real quick. But
now, to make that effect, that can be very much easier done without anything. Simply that trash can is connected to a wire and you pull it up remotely. The wire is outside of the frame and that's it. It will be just like that to do it. Even easier than anything. Post-process or anything. Simply pull that up by wire remotely above that.
that is a masking effect to get another effect.
You will not even need
We now have
to
the
mask
technology to simulate water, materials, fabrics live in real 3D space with virtual reality, but better yet, augmented virtual reality. And all augmented virtual reality is taking the objects in 3D space from a virtual reality world and putting them in our world on another screen, which we can see, manipulate, and touch with virtual reality contacts or glasses. In this next segment, I'm going to show you how NASA grabs objects in 3D space, rotates them around, manipulates them. They can do this with water, with cloth, anything. And the cool thing about it is we can take what they're doing, what they're seeing with their contact virtual reality augmented lenses, and amazing. Let's watch.
Holographic Gauntlet is the weapon that Dan will be using while playing Project X-Ray. You'll notice that as he moves his arm, the hologram moves as well. This is a wearable hologram. And when you combine technology like this with the environment understanding of HoloLens, you can do some pretty spectacular things. Dan can even use his shield to defend himself. Nicely done. Looks like that's all of them.
In 2012, NASA got tired of faking weightlessness by using the zero-G plane, better known as the Vomit Comet. So in 2012, they started soliciting companies that specialize in real-time augmented virtual reality so that they can
upgrade their methods
for bringing this to mind. They needed something they can do in real time and make it look realistic. And so I'll put this link in the description. They found a company called Telemetrics.
That's correct. Telemetrics can perfectly make that using the green screen. Simply project the background and play suspended by wires. But if you want to have 100% fake, to float, you cannot beat life-size models with green screen and actors. If we have a platform which green screen it, I mean, imagine your bed. your bed, your table, your chair, entire, is made from green screen. 3D object. It's not just the background. You sit on top of the 3D bed. You lie down on the bed, you roll over the bed, and we do not suspend you. We suspend the bed under you, and we not move you. We move the bed. That's how even wire support is not required for that method. For that method you beat everything. You will not even need wires.
Thank you, Debbie Durant, for bringing this to my attention. After I researched this, lo and behold, I found out Johnson Space Center Telemetrics provided latest
Johnson
camera
Space
robotics
Center.
technology in NASA's government television at Mission Control. Why do you need to fake virtual reality sets at Mission Control in Johnson Space Center? I think we know the answer to that when we saw Tim Peake on the gridded blue. 3D space, Okay, so this is one of NASA's older videos where they use post-processing and masks. This is a video layer mask in augmented virtual reality. We're going to see him lose his finger here.
Yes. Still, we know that the missions are fake. They are fake. They're simulations filmed and pretend to be real missions. But here they can have excuse for that point. Because here they can say that this is failure due to transmitters. If it's a live view. I mean, if you broadcast live video, every lag, every glitch, you miss frames. It's a live broadcast. If you have, if you're a gamer, like from the games, you pretty much know what is lag. If the lag is big, the game start to glitch. Or if you have poor signal, poor receptions, you can have glitch. That can be glitch. They can have excuse for that point. You cannot prove anything by that point. That can be glitch, that can be lag, that could be misframes. It can be washout due to many other reasons. You cannot prove that it's only that. It's just one possibility.
Watch glitches out. So I guess virtual reality accidents can cause loss of fingers. In this next video, we have Caddy. Now I want you to pay attention to her neck and the way her neckline goes in.
But transmitters can also do this. Or signal loss. If it's live video, every single signal loss means missing frames. Simple as that. That's how you can have 4 fingers, right? But if you broadcast live, and if camera glitch, transmitter or signal get lost just for split seconds, then you can have 3 fingers instead of 4. Because you miss frames during the transmission due to signal loss or lag or any kind. They can have that excuse, cannot prove that. But the effect, that's definitely. Simply that point. Hence a fused. That can be, many side effects can lead to that. Not just It
30 or 40 videos, probably had approximately 45 minutes straight of
VR contacts, again, you cannot prove that. It's blur. Behind, maybe not.
NASA messing up their version peak with his contacts in, but these are virtual reality contacts overlaid on the eye so actors can in a shirt sleeve.
That was the point.
What we see video-wise as his arm in a shirt sleeve.
Sleeve, maybe not sleeve. Maybe it's glitch.
Okay, I have a lot of Tim.
Any glitch lead to that, or any signal loss during live transmission if it's live. Every single loss, even if it's briefly, means missing frames.
Peak screw-ups, but this one here, the system glitches, the software does not track his hand properly.
That effect I have seen on my television again. Maybe it's bad tracking software, but same effect also happens if you have bad signal. Watch digital TV, and if the signal is not good enough, then the picture have such kind of effects. Even start to the sound get interfered, sound glitch at the sound. Okay, start to have side noise. Nice. Bad signal, glitch, transmission loss. Explain that perfectly. Also, but
And Tim slips it.
It slips, but again, still can be bad transmission.
His hand underneath his other fingers, which is tightly holding onto the mic, which would be impossible.
Now, if the microphone here gets inside his hand, if the microphone here gets inside his hand, that will be impossible, right? They will not have any kind of excuse if the microphone goes through the middle of his hand. But for that point he can have excuse. Signal loss, camera glitch, bad transmission, packet loss, especially if it's live. They can have excuse.
I don't think this is Tim's fault. Normally Tim always moves his other fingers up while he slides his hand under. I just think the system didn't respond to his movements here. This picture here is actually Tim's fault. His hand breaches the 3D mic floating in front of him.
Now, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe he's releasing the microphone and his hand is outside. He not grab anything, he not grab the microphone. Let's see.
In this next clip, we're going to see Tim's arms glitch out as he's manipulating a 3D bubble. Now, this bubble can be done in real time now. We have the technology to do that, which
Now, any glitch can be explained by signal loss or bad transmission.
I showed you at the beginning of this.
If it's
And
live.
this bubble is environmentally lit, or HDRI lit, by its environment, which means the bubble can take up.
It's possible. There are many other methods to do it. Even who said that this water, it can be a bubble from other liquid than water, even can be not liquid. It's many kind of possibilities. But most of that is
There's
explainable.
reflections and refractions as it moves around in 3D space in Tim's augmented reality.
It's only one of the possibility. It's not the only one. It's just one of the many. Signal was perfectly explained. Missing frames.
Once again, augmented VR just means bringing the 3D objects into our world on a separate monitor.
Yes.
In this last clip, we're going to see NASA royally screw up. It's a live broadcast, and one of their video channels is off, not working. That's the channel that is supposed to show us, the public, what the astronauts are seeing in virtual reality. Also, the channel shut off is the masking for the guy on the wires in the background. You can't make this stuff up. Just watch. We all know NASA.
Now that's obviously.
NASA uses wires. And sometimes look at.
Yes. You obviously touch the wires. Behind that.
Wires in the background. You can't make this stuff up. Just watch. We all know NASA uses wires, and
Yes.
sometimes look.
Pull the wire.
Catch them like this here. The guy pulled on his wire. However, some days when you're filming live, things just don't work out, and it becomes so blatantly obvious, it's ridiculous. So, in this clip, they're talking live.
And he suspended by ring, maybe. And behind that is green screen. Perfectly can do it.
Feed. And we have a astronaut go by us in the background, obviously. And so we see the guy come flying along. Okay, so you see to the right, this guy's flipping this. He sees an object in 3D space that's being broadcast to him.
Now, he can have his skills even from that point. You think that he see object, but he maybe simply tried to explain something with his hands at that moment and show what he think explain with hands. I mean, how I'm explaining with pointing things with the pencil. If I do this, grab empty thing, or try to explain something with hands, with fingers, or if I explain something with grab something and try to put that there. It doesn't mean that right now I'm looking at something, virtual reality, and I grab a real object in virtual reality, and I can simply explain something with hands. I grab nothing and put that nothing here. Simply can explain something. It's possible. It's not impossible.
So he grabs it and he puts it off to the side.
It simply can explain something by grab nothing and put nothing into the inside. Simple.
He's looking straight ahead because he's looking at an object rotating in front of him.
Maybe look object, maybe not. You cannot guarantee what to look. Next points.
But the video channel is down. That is
Possible, not guaranteed.
supposed to show the viewers what we're supposed to see, and so we don't actually get to see the object that he is seeing.
Maybe, that's not guarantee.
Can you explain to us what this astronaut's going through as he sees something with his eyes in 3D space, but it's not actually there being broadcast to the public? What's going through this astronaut's mind?
This system is sending signals to the brain that doesn't really match your eyes, and so your brain's trying to work out the two differences.
Here's the thing. As much fun as this was, there is a time coming when you and I will not be able to tell the difference, and space has not changed. Technology to fake space has gotten better. Just because Adobe gets a massive update to to Photoshop or After Effects, or there's a massive updated telemetrics in the virtual reality, augmented virtual reality programming, that does not advance us magically 20 years in space. Space has not changed. It's flat. It's above us. It's dimensional, and we cannot orbit Earth.
That's absolutely wrong. We orbited. Satellites orbited. But they affect the missions. Simply, for that point, you cannot guarantee that he grab a real object. He simply can explain something by moving his hands, by grab something and place that. Basically, he grabbed nothing and put that nothing nowhere. Got the point. He simply illustrate something by hands gestures, maybe. Anyway, he hold his belt down, because most likely he's suspended and his shirt is sticking out of the shirt. So he's suspended by wires, and it's very much possible everything around him to be green screen projected, and to fought by the wire support, or can fought by the wire support, and that's a real mock-up. That's a real model. Possible both ways. But I could propose that they maybe get to the point where you cannot tell the difference between fake and real mission. Then they simply gonna took the money for real mission and they just make a fake. So the money goes into their pockets, basically. That's possible. They actually do it. But to make the things 100% realistic, 100%, which nobody can debunk, much more realistic. And then you must put green screens everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Simply, the actors sit on 3D chairs, benches, leg beds, tables, so on. Imagine 3D green cube, and he simply sits on top of the cube. Then you do not need wire support for him. You simply move the platform, not the actor. And the actor is on top of the platform. That's it. You will not need the wire support. You will not need editing of the wires, After Effects. Simply move the support. That's it. And behind you can have model that can be life size mockup, or everything also to be green screen projection. Yes, he simply play in front of the green screen environment and he's lying down on a bed or platform, and actually he is attached to that flexible platform, and you move the platform 360 degrees in every direction you can move. Simply you have to adjust the speed of the movement to simulate floating, and that's it. He can float unlimited. You cannot figure anything. Well, So they fake the missions. But they fake the missions for many reasons. Simply, Flat Earth is not one of them. It's very simple. They fake missions, and the Earth is not flat. And the Earth is not flat, but they fake missions. Two things are not connected to each other. That's it. Very simple. Two things not connected to each other. Earth is a ball, and fake missions. It's not flat and fake missions. Let's have satellites. Have many satellites. You can buy telescope. You can go to longsat.com. You can find a position of a TV satellite, geostationary satellite. You can aim your telescope towards the satellite. You can see the satellite. End of the story. You can actually see the military spy satellites. You have good enough optical equipment, of course, if you have the money to buy it. Otherwise, you can see the satellites as the stars, I mean the spy satellites or the low altitude satellites. You have the geostationary TV satellites. You can see the satellites. Even ISS is tracked from ground. And the ISS is a real 100% object orbiting around Earth. What is inside that object? That's quite another question. So the missions are fake, but Earth is not flat. And Earth is not flat, but the missions are fake.